Hello, beautiful bloomers. It's me, and I'm back. It's been many years, and I want to start this by saying I really, really appreciate everyone who's left comments and sent messages. It's really meant a lot, and I didn't intend to even pause the channel or go on such a long hiatus. It was not planned at all. I think my last upload was around COVID time, and since then a lot has happened personally. One of the reasons we moved, or the main reason we moved to Spain, was my in-laws were here and they have since passed away. They both got sick. My daughter started high school, and that's had its own set of challenges. I've just been very busy with work, and I've tried to record several times, and there was one where I did an update video and then I replayed it and I realized it was maybe not what I intended. So I was kind of updating about various aspects of my life. Anywho, and then I tried recording a couple role plays and they just didn't work out. I didn't like the idea after the fact, or there was a lot of background noise and it made the clean audio sound distorted. We also got some new neighbors. And I know I've discussed this in the past, but we don't have close neighbors, but we have kind of like our house is kind of carved into the side of a mountain and the neighbors is not, so they're at a higher elevation. But they have like pretty much a makeshift boatyard in their yard now. And they're constantly revving up their boat engines throughout the day, and it just makes it very challenging. So I've kind of soundproofed my office, which is where I record, so I think it should be good. I am planning on uploading a new video every Friday from here on out. And if something comes up, I will make sure I have one or two scheduled in advance so I can get those up, because I know it's frustrating when someone says they're going to do an upload and then they don't do an upload. So I'm going to do my very best to do that. I'm going to get back to a lot of what I used to do. So my fairy tale / fantasy inspired role plays, and also on top of that, very recently, in the past few weeks, we've gotten one of those GoPro cameras. So I'm going to be doing also maybe some scenery videos with voiceovers, maybe forest walks, things like that, just to share with you guys, because I always love those kinds of videos where you get a behind the scenes look at someone that you follow. So I'm going to be doing that on top of all of that. And what kind of prompted me to just really sit down and start doing videos again was that my husband and I have started he started a channel basically where it talks about the Alicante area, which is where we live. It's along the Costa Blanca in Spain, and it's kind of like walking videos. Most of them are very relaxing, and I'm usually accompanying him on these trips, so you can kind of get a look at what we get up to on the weekends, or when I'm off of work, that sort of thing. So I will put the name to that channel in the description box and the link so that you can check it out. It's called Alicante. There's also a website. But it really, I was, walking with him as we were filming, and so many moments reminded me of like ASMR videos that I had watched. And I thought, I just need to sit down and get back into it, because I missed all of you horribly. I loved interacting with you and messaging back and forth, and it was just, I really truly missed it. And I apologize for letting life get in the way and for not just doing it again. And like I said, I did not intend for it to happen. And so yeah, I have a few things in the works right now for the channel. And like I said, I'm sticking to a lot of what I used to do. But I wanted to ask if any of you had anything in particular that you would like to see on the channel. It could be something where I show you the site somewhere, if you're particularly interested in, something in this area. Or it could be maybe a specific fairy tale themed video that you would like to see. Maybe a newer version of something I've done in the past. Any and all suggestions are welcomed. That said, though, one of the reasons I was hesitant to come back is toward the end of, basically when I stopped uploading as much, I was getting a lot of troll comments. And I am a sensitive person to begin with. I've gotten thicker skinned, in recent years, but I've decided that if I do get troll comments, I'm just going to remove them and just brush them off, because the positive comments far outweigh the negative ones. And so that's what I'm going to do. What else? What else did I want to catch you up on? How have you all been? What's been going on in your lives? My goodness, I really, really missed just you guys telling me, hey, this happened or that happened. And I think we have such a good community here. And I that's what made me feel really regretful that I didn't engage with you guys more during this time. So, yeah. I have the Patreon still up. And I only have it up so that those of you who are subscribed, you can still see the videos, but I've paused payouts for the past several months. I think one time I skipped it, and I apologize for that. I forgot to pause it. But I might start that up again in the future. If I do, I'll let you know. But for now, I'm pausing payouts so that you can still access things. And those of you who are past Patreons, or patrons, you can still see the unlisted videos. So we'll still be on there. Another thing that happened is around the time, sorry for saying so much. I need to get back into the swing of things. Back in the day when, around the time I stopped posting, shortly before, I guess, they changed the policies for YouTube. I don't know if you guys remember this. And it was that whole thing of if it's made for kids, if it's not made for kids. There was a huge issue with, there was like a gray area because the content I created wasn't specifically made for adults, but it's not made for kids either necessarily. And I know some young people might listen to my videos, but it's not specifically made for kids. And since then, it looks like they've updated the policy, thank goodness. And so I was able to say, no, my channel is not made for kids specifically. And I can have comments now, and that's why the comments were disabled. And I didn't even realize that that was a side effect of what had happened. I kind of, I thought it might affect the ads or whatever, but which just ads displayed, but I didn't know it would affect the comments and you guys not being able to leave comments. So yeah, that's been remedied. I changed the settings on that, so now you can leave comments if you like. I don't know if I'm going to do moderated comments or just straightforward comments. I'll have to see how it goes, because I don't want I don't want the trolls affecting the community feel that I really want to have on here. So I think that's it. I think that's it from me. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to say. I've been still watching a lot of ASMR videos and really enjoying a lot of them on a daily basis. I have them on in the background often when I'm working. So I've definitely still been here and enjoying all of the other creators' content. And I hope that from here on, I can create content that is relaxing for all of you and just, get back to that creative spark that I had. So that's all from me. Like I said, please leave any suggestions you have in the comments. I will consider any and all suggestions, within limits, of course. No weird comments, no weird suggestions, please. but I will consider any comment. And yeah, thank you all. I'm going to wrap this up by saying thank you all for sticking around. So many of you are still subscribed, and I promise that I will do my very best to make sure I publish at least once a week from here on out, maybe a couple times a week occasionally. And also, another thing, if you have any ideas for series that you might like to see, or like I said, revivals of things that I had going, Aramantheus would be maybe hard to continue because it was so involved. But if there was maybe a video that you really liked from the past that you would like to see an updated version of, or like maybe a spin on it, let me know. All right? That's all from me. And take care. See you soon.